Hi everybody, Deanna Scalf, Presidential Diamond with It Works, and I want to talk a little bit today about how to find your why. So my favorite quote is by Eleanor Roosevelt. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. I know my life has sort of been led by fear. I'm a fairly timid person, and I've let fear stop me from doing a lot of different things. And this business has really pushed me out of my comfort zone on so many different levels. And the only reason that I'm able to push myself and to face the different fears that come along with building a business like this is my why. And that's going to look different for everybody. A lot of what I hear is my family is my why, and that's great. That's typically what our why, our biggest why is, but that's not quite specific enough. When times get tough, when you hit that wall, when you get that no after no after no, you're going to have a really specific and really big why to keep you going, to not let those roadblocks stop you or even to slow you down. So I've got a bunch of tips here for you that I want you to use to help yourself to really dig deep and find that deeper why. So first, what amount of money do you want to make? And be really specific. Don't just say, I want to make $1 million. Well, how much exactly do you need each month to make you really comfortable? What would you do with that money? And I want you to write this all down and be very, very specific and think past this month. So you have enough to pay all your bills this month, or you pay off all your debt, then what are you going to do next month with that money? So really start thinking about it. What places would you like to visit in the world? And again, be really specific. Just traveling isn't specific enough. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do when you get there? Who do you want to take with you? What things do you want to see? What adventures do you want to take? 3 is, what would your perfect day look like? So when would you like to wake up? What would you like to do after you wake up? Who is going to be there to share that day with you? Things like that. Start really thinking about what that perfect day would look like. For me, it's getting up at 9 or 10 a.m., no alarm clock, and I get to do that every single day because of this business. What do you want to look like? And there's nothing wrong with owning a little vanity. We all have different flaws that we would perhaps like to get fixed. I know for me, I went and had an appointment recently to see about getting braces. I've got a couple of crooked teeth that I'd like to get fixed, so that's on my list. And those things that we can do to improve our looks are just going to help us to be more successful. The better you feel about how you look, the more confident you are. So think about what are those things that you might like to have taken care of, even if it's just getting your nails done, getting your hair done, getting a new wardrobe. So think about that and be real specific again. Next, what do you want to give back to the world? And this is where it starts getting kind of interesting. And this is something that never really crossed my radar before this business. I had kind of always have had a giving heart, but have never really had the ability to give back and never really knew where to give back, what to give back to. And because of It Works, a lot of that has been brought into my world. So there are so many different charities and so many different ways that we can give back to the world. So really start thinking about what's something that you might be passionate about or that you want to give back to help be the change. What people can help you get where you want to go. And this is a really good one because we really want to surround ourselves with like-minded people. Who are those people for you? look for those people that are going to help uplift you and um, help to direct you and guide you and mentor and coach you to where you want to be. Get around those people. If you can't be around them physically, you can reach out to them on social media and think about that. Who are those people that you want to surround yourself with? What are the things you would like to have? Nothing wrong with being a little bit materialistic. We all want to live comfortably. I know I work real hard and I want to enjoy myself. I want to have a nice home. I want to have a nice car. I want to have nice clothes. Maybe that looks like those things to you, or maybe you want nice jewelry, whatever it might be, but be really specific about it. You want a new home. What does that home look like? Where is it going to be? How big is it? What color are you going to paint it? Are you going to have property? Where are you going to have that property? How much property? You want a new car? What kind of car? What color is your car going to be? What's the interior going to look like? Really think about specifics when you start digging into your why. What amount of money do you want to have in savings? And I think this is really important because I think probably the majority of the population has a big fat goose egg in their savings. And that's kind of scary because most of the American population, you are working for somebody else. So what if something happens? What if you lose your job? What if you get hurt and can't go to work? What amount of money in your savings is going to make you feel comfortable? And that's the biggest thing that I love with this business, is that my income is not based on one other person. It's based on me and the hard work that I do, and then that residual income that keeps coming in month after month after month. So think about, what amount of money would you like to have in savings? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Wow, think about that a little bit. What if you were completely fearless and you knew that every single person that you walked up to and spoke to was going to say, yes, I want to join your team. Sign me up, sign me up. Even if it doesn't have to do with this business, what would you do if you knew that you couldn't fail? So really think about that. What do you want people to think of when they think of you? These things are really going to make you think, I hope. Who do you want to spend most of your time with? I know for a lot of people, if you're working, your kids are in daycare, aren't those the people, the little people that you want to spend the majority of your time with? So yeah, think about that. Is it your kids, your partner, your parents, your friends, your It Works friends and family? What does that look like? Who are the people that you want to spend the majority of your time with? And lastly, but most importantly, what makes you come alive? What are you passionate about? The word inspire comes from the Latin meaning to breathe life into. So when you're working towards things that inspire you, it literally makes you feel more alive. What makes you come alive isn't referring to your dream vacation or buying a new car. It's much bigger than that. I'm talking about a why that goes from being about you to being about something bigger than you. It's about connecting with what you're passionate about, knowing that when you focus your attention on endeavors that really put a fire in your belly, you grow your impact and influence in ways that nothing else can. And remember also that a fulfilling purpose isn't a prerequisite of action, but it sure is a catalyst for it. So spend some time answering those questions and you will likely find your why, and that should help get you moving to action quickly and help you to continue moving even when you don't feel like it. Your why will help you to do that thing you think you cannot do.